What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Zach Van Wagner here, and I'm back for another TRX total body strength workout. So for today's workout, we're going to need your TRX suspension trainer, one kettlebell, dumbbell, or any piece of equipment that you deem necessary for you to be able to lift, and obviously some can-do attitude because we're going to bring it tonight. I know it's Friday. Hopefully you've had a great week, and hopefully we're going to have some fun tonight, all right? So I do have a little bit of a tough workout for you with a couple different rounds. So for today's workout, we got three main blocks we're going to get through. First block is going to be 3 times through, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Your second block of work is going to be 4 times through, and we're going to do 5 exercises for 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. And finally, we're going to end with a 4-minute AMRAP, or as many rounds as possible, to really send you off. Now, it is going to be a strength-focused workout, so I want you to really embody the concept of letting form drive the intensity tonight. The better your form is, the higher that heart rate's going to go, and the more you can push yourself. If you start going too quick, we're going to lose that form. We don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. As always, we got some jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Getting those jumping jacks going, reaching those arms up overhead, being light on those feet, and really just trying to feel out where your body might need some attention during this warm-up. Now, it is going to be total body. You could say that I might be targeting your legs a little bit more, but in my opinion, I think you should be able to push the whole body today. Legs, upper body, arms and chest, and then obviously we're still going to get that core work in today. So we're going to walk it out for your runner stretch in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go ahead and hinge back at those hips so we feel a stretch in the hamstring. We're going to walk those hands out into that plank position. From here, press the hips back and up in the air for a downward dog. Pull your hips back forward, step your right foot up, reach that right arm to the ceiling. Forearm comes back down. Let's do that one more time. Reach the right arm to the ceiling. Forearm comes back down, and then we're going to circle out those hips, opening up the glute, opening up that hip joint a little bit more. Go back to that plank position, and then downward dog. Step the left foot up this time. Inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, forearm comes down. One more time there. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, forearm comes down. We're going to add those circles in once again. Circling left, circling right. And let's do that one more time. Stepping it back from the downward dog. Maybe even adding a pedal here and there. Taking the right leg up this time, opening up the hip. And then stepping the right foot forward. Inhale, rotate that right arm up. Exhale, forearm comes back down. Circles out those hips. Circles out those hips. And then we'll go ahead and step it back again for another downward dog. Back to those pedals once or twice. Each leg, left leg comes up and over. Left leg steps up, next to that left palm. Inhale that left arm to the ceiling. Exhale the forearm down. Let's go one more time. Inhale arm to the ceiling. Exhale forearm down, circling out the hip. Again, loosening up the glutes. Both circles, both directions. Going back to that downward dog. Couple pedals. Let's go ahead and walk the hands back to the feet. Go ahead and round that spine all the way up. And let's go to our suspension trainer. We're going to start by facing the anchor point for some squat to rows. Hands will be right next to the chest. Feet are 1 or 2 steps forward. We'll extend the arms all the way out. Sit the hips to the heels. Squeeze the glutes to stand. Drive the elbow points to row. Extend the arms out. Squat it down. Stand it up. Drive those elbow points to row. Now, if you want to start to add a little bit of speed, feel free, but I want you to really start to focus on chasing your plank, meaning your ear, shoulder, and hip are on one straight line. When you're doing your row, your knees and ankles should extend that line, and as you hit your squat, you're sitting those hips back, pressing through the floor, stand it back up. We're here for 3, 2, 1. We're going to get some side lunge stretches and some Cossack lunges in. So feet nice and wide. Hinge your hips over to that right side. Squeeze your glutes to come back up. Hinge over to the left. Squeeze to come back up. Shift right. Squeeze the glutes. Shift left. Squeeze the glutes. Now this time lift your left toe in the air as you go to the side. Let's stay low. Sliding across the bottom. Sliding across the bottom. Trying to open up the hips, hamstrings, and inner thighs. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll face away from the anchor point now. Forward lunges with I's, Y's, and T's. So hands are straight out in front of the chest. Big forward lunge step, reach up overhead into an I. Alternate the lunge, reach out into a Y. Alternate the lunge, reach out to a T. And then you're back to that I. As you step forward, your front foot should be flat to the floor. Front heel should be flat to the floor. And your low back should be flat as well. Shouldn't see any arching or extending into that lower back. If you need to adjust your feet, do so. But let's try to keep our torso upright. Keep that lower back nice and flat and steady. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set. We're going to get some TRX rollouts in just to wake up the shoulders a little more, wake up the core. Arms are straight out in front of the shoulders. Tuck and squeeze those glutes. Inhale, take your body all the way forward. Exhale, bring it back to the top. Again, inhale, roll that body all the way out. Big exhale, pressing it back up. Make sure you're still chasing that plank. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles all in one line. Don't get lazy on me here. Let's finish this warm-up up. 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, you guys. So that was the warm. We're going to get into your first block of work. So you're going to need your kettlebell close by, and you're going to need to have your TRX suspension trainer already set at mid-length position. So we're going to do 4 exercises in this round, all 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and we'll do 3 times through. First exercise is going to be a TRX side lunge into a single leg squat. So a little bit of a combination here. And we're going to start on our left foot, all right? So I want you to start on your left side. So from here, hands are going to be right next to the chest. Your left foot is going to be the side that we're standing on, so it's going to be the side that's anchored to the ground the whole time, okay? So left foot's going to be down, right leg's going to be up. We're going to start by stepping out to the right for your side lunge. You're going to come back up to the top, extend the right leg out, and sit down into the single leg squat, all right? That's going to begin for 40 seconds in 3, 2, right leg comes up, and 1. Step out to the right side, squeeze the glutes to come up, extend the right leg, sit straight down into your single leg squat, push into the floor to stand. Again, side lunge over to the right, back to the top, single leg squat on that left foot. Now, if you need a little assistance on the single leg squat, lightly touch that right heel to the floor, using it as an assistant as you go into that lunge, as you go into that single leg squat. Now, even if you're using that right heel to assist you, try to load your left foot a little bit more than that right side. We're here for 3. Let's do 1 more. 2, heel down or leg up. 1, and now we're just going to switch to the other side. So now the right leg is going to be anchored. Your left leg is going to be up. So we're going to step to the left for our side lunge, extend the left leg out for our single leg squat. In 3, 2, 1. Over to that side lunge, squeeze the glutes. Extend the leg, single leg squat, back to the top. Stepping to the left, push off that left leg, heel down on the left side for some assistance, back to the top. Over to the left, pushing back, extend the left leg, sit into that squat. Now, no matter what variation you're giving me here, our chest is staying up no matter what here. Shouldn't see any leaning forward, shouldn't see any collapsing to here, right? Resetting, chest is up. Stepping over to the side, shoulders are over the hips, coming into that single position, shoulders stay over the hips, back to the top. 3, 2, let's get 1 more single leg squat in there, and 1. All right, so next up, you're gonna need your kettlebell squat to halo. So make sure your kettlebell, if you have that, is upside down so the bottom's facing the ceiling. And if you've got a dumbbell, you're just holding on either end. So squat to halo. We've done this drill before if you've been here. So let's sit into our goblet squat. Squeeze the glutes to come up. Draw a circle around the shoulders. Back to the center. Goblet squat. Draw that circle around those shoulders. Back into the squat. Circle around the shoulders. Notice that I'm not really moving my lower body too much as I'm hitting my halo. The lower body moves on the squat. The upper body is in control on the halo set. So we're isolating either end of the body here as we go from side to side. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Okay, the kettlebell can go down for right now. We're back to your suspension trainer. TRX split fly is the next set. So you'll start with your right hand reached up overhead, elbow straight, left hand's extending down. You're driving your knuckles away from each other, splitting them apart. Feet are shoulder width. You're going to lower your body down, switch the hands, so flip them, and then drive those knuckles back. Lower the body down, switch, drive those knuckles back. Lower the body down, switch, drive those knuckles back. Now it's called a split fly because you're splitting those hands apart. And I really want you to embody that split by driving both knuckle points away from each other as you go through this movement. The last thing that we should be doing with chasing our plank is not letting the body go side to side here. So are you keeping your body nice and vertical, not allowing any side to side motion here? Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So we're going back to that side lunge to single leg squat. Now, to make this a little bit more challenging, if you would like to, I want you to start once again on your left foot, but then I want you to take both handles into your right hand. Okay, this is going to make it tougher if you want to. So in 3, right leg comes up, 2, 1, step over to the right, pressing into the ground, extend the right leg out, single leg squat. Over to that right, pressing into the ground, left leg now, single leg squat. And again, I've stepped this exercise up by just going to one hand on the handles. Now, if it's too tough, go back to 2 hands, totally fine, but it's all up to you. Okay, if you're doing single arm, I should still see your good form at home here. And again, as I focus on keeping my good form, you can hear my breathing rate go up a little bit here because I'm trying harder to keep my form looking good. Rest. We're going to switch sides instead of just going through the motions. So we're going to switch over. Now your right leg is centered. Your left foot's going to step over to the left side lunge, single leg squat on the right. So right leg is down, left leg is up. And again, if you did single handle mode on the right, we got to take it over to the left. So here we go. Left leg is up, side lunge to the left, pushing back forward, or pushing back to the center, and then coming into that single leg squat. Again, I've made this a little bit tougher on myself by adding in that single arm progression. Now, we're not always good from right to left, so if this is a little bit tougher for you, it's okay if you want to go back to using one handle in each hand. But as far as the legs go, should be pushing off of that left leg, and then we're pushing off of that right foot to come up. Going into that side lunge left, pushing left, and then coming into that single leg squat, and break. Just like that, we're back to that kettlebell, squat to halo. So kettlebell should be upside down, dumbbells just holding by the sides. And again, as you can see here, my kettlebell doesn't move in the squat. Everything is stable. And then my hips don't move as I hit the halo, all right? So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Squat, stand, big circle around the shoulders, squat, stand, big circle the other way around the shoulders. Again, I'm not letting my hips gyrate or do any type of Friday night dance. Let's save it for after the workout, yo. I know you guys are itching to get after it at home, but let's make sure that we're saving that hip movement for a little bit later on. Keeping everything nice and stable in the lower body. One more rep here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, kettlebell back down. We're back to that suspension trainer for those those split flies. So my left arm is going to start up overhead. Right wrist is going to start down. Again, I'm driving my knuckles away from each other. Feet are about shoulder width apart. You could also offset your stance here. Here we go. Lower the body down. I should see no movement in the spine. Spine should be stable and in alignment. Driving the top knuckle back, driving the bottom knuckle straight down. And again, I'm kind of rocking from my heels to my toes of that front foot. Now, if you want to make it tougher, again, boom, coming to right here, driving those knuckles back. But I shouldn't see any side-to-side movement. I want you to clean it up at home. Last couple seconds. Let's get one more rep. Lower it down. Flip. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're back. That side lunge to single leg squat. Once again, left leg's going to be anchored. Now, to step it up one more time, I'm going to add in my kettlebell or my weight to my left side, and I'm going to go single handle mode, or just 2 handles in one hand on my right. So again, this is another progression if you want it. Left leg centered. We're going to step to the right in 2, 1. So right side lunge. And then I'm going to add in that single leg squat. And again, if you've got that weight in your hand, it's okay to use that right heel to squat here, right? It's going to make it a little bit tougher for that strength set. So again, if you want to drop that right heel, that's fine. If you feel like you can keep the right heel up, then do so. But can we make sure we're not relying on these straps? I can tell as I'm getting fatigued, I'm pulling into them a little bit too much. I need to do a better job of making my legs do the work. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going to the other side this time. And again, whatever progressions you've added in, keep them in there. But if you're just focusing on keeping your form looking solid, I want you to go back there. Here we go. Right leg is now your centered foot. Pick that left foot up. Side lunge. Drive it up. Single leg squat. Side lunge. Drive it up. Find that balance. Single leg squat. And I noticed on that one, my foot kind of started to roll around a little bit. So I need to make sure that I've got my heel and the ball of my foot dug into the floor. Finding my big toe, making sure my big toe is pushed down, creating a little bit more connection with the ground. 5 seconds left. 4, let's get one more in here. Side lunge, abs tight, single leg squat, and 1. Okay, straps down, kettlebell right by your side. So we're back to that goblet squat with our halo. I can tell my heart rate's up. Take a couple breaths. All right, let's get that weight up. Kettlebells bottoms up here. Abs tight. Here we go. Squat into that halo again. Upper body is stable on the squat. Lower body is stable on the halo. Should be drawing that big circle around the shoulders versus around the head. Right, my shoulders are getting a lot of the drawing. It's not above the head. Notice the kettlebell disappears behind my head here. Right, as I come up, you lose sight of the kettlebell as it goes behind my head, making sure that I'm drawing that big circle. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, kettlebells down. We're back to the straps for one more set. We've got that split fly. Right arm's going to be up, left arm's going to be down. And now if you want to make this tougher, narrow your stance. I've been telling you guys to take a wide stance or offset. So if you want to narrow it, here we go. Up to you. You pick your stance here. Stance should be shoulder width apart. For a little bit easier time, you can offset it like so as you rock front to back on that offset foot to heel. And again, if you want to make it tougher, you take those feet a little bit closer together, almost hip width apart, or you can even take them all the way together. Again, that makes it tougher because now your body's going to want to go side to side, and your core has to do a better job of not allowing that to happen. Last couple seconds here. Resist that rotation. 4, 3, 2. Let's get one more in there. One more. Big drive up. Hold, hold, hold. And break. All right. So that was the first block. You've earned yourself a little water break and a towel break. So go do that really quick and then hustle back because we're going to get set up for the second block of work. So block 1 is done. I know you guys did excellent out there at home. Hopefully you've got some extra energy left over because we've got 2 more rounds. So in the second round, we're going to do 5 exercises and we're going to do them for 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. And we're going to do this 4 times through at least. So your straps are going to be adjusted down to mid-calf for this entire set. We're going to start in the suspension trainer for the first 3 movements, and then we're going to be on your feet with your kettlebell or your dumbbells for the second 2 movements, or the last 2 movements rather. So first exercise is going to be a TRX single leg plank. So we're bringing the single leg work back. We're going to start with your left foot inside the foot cradle. So straps are once again at mid calf, mid-calf. You're going to take your left foot in both foot cradles and then face away from your anchor point. Now, to set up this, start with your right foot on the ground every set. So when we get set up, left foot's going to extend out, right foot's going to be on the floor. All right, so let's get to this position. 30 seconds on this single leg plank. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Press your left foot into the foot cradle, squeeze your left leg, squeeze your glutes, and now float that right foot up. As you need to, put the right foot back down. I would rather you do this to dropping the foot, then leave the foot up and start to sag in the hips, all right? So a foot goes down, reset, float that right foot up. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Take your foot out, lay on your back. TRX hamstring runners. Both heels are in, you're facing the anchor point. From here, your butt is 1 inch off the ground, arms are down for support. You're gonna pull your right leg in, press the right leg out, pull the left leg in, press the left leg out. Here we go. Right foot in, right foot out. Left foot in, left foot out. Now you'll notice that my feet are staying even here. There's no sawing up and down. So let's make sure that we've got good form. Abs are tight. Pulling the knee in, pressing out. Pulling the opposite leg in, pressing out. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Single leg plank on the right this time. So take both foot cradles onto the right foot. We'll flip over, face away from the anchor point. Extend your right leg out. Put that left foot on the ground. Activate the right side of the body. Glutes tight. Push the floor away and then float that left foot up. And once again, if you start to feel fatigue, drop the left foot, reset the plank, and then bring that foot up once again. Try not to be here throughout the movement, okay? Zip it up, shoulders in your back pockets, pits of your elbows are forward. We've got 5 seconds. If you need to drop the foot, drop it, but if you got it, stay with me. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, toes out. We're on your feet. Squat to press with the kettlebell. So the first round, we really kept everything nice and tight, doing the squat to halo. So now we're going overhead with it. So here we go. Pulling the kettlebell in tight or the dumbbells. Sit, up and press. Back to the chest. Sit, up and press. Back to the chest. As you press that bell overhead, those elbows should be straight. You should be reaching for the ceiling, right? Like you're just getting held up in the Wild Wild West. Reach for the sky. Boom. Reaching up, back down. Sit, squat, reach for the sky. Back down, squat, press, hold, back down, and reset. All right, 5th and final exercise, gonna be a deadlift or a kettlebell swing. If you can't swing, you do the deadlift, but I'd rather see the swing, all right? So here we go. I'm step back. I've got my triangle from point to base. Tip the bell sideways, hike above the knees, snap, snap. As the kettlebell comes down, I'm pressing it between my thighs to get a good stretch in the glutes, to get a good load in the hamstrings, and then I'm snapping forward. My hips doing all the work here. Last 5 seconds. Remember, we want to come to a swinging stop. In 3, 2, swing, stop, boom, and 1. Just like that, we're back to that single leg plank. Left foot's going in. So my left foot has both foot cradles on it. I'm in my plank position. Wrists under the shoulders, or forearms under the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Abs tight, shoulders in my back pockets. Float that right foot up. Now, if you wanted to add anything in here, could you do some single leg crunches? You don't have to do that. There may be some crunches at the end of the workout that I've got saved for you, right? Could you maybe just drive the right leg in? Do you need to set the right foot down? Where are you at in this workout? For 3, 2, 1, and toes out, heels are in. We're back to that hamstring runner. Now, if you want to make this a little bit tougher, could you just give me a single leg hamstring runner on that left side? So hips are up, pulling that left leg in, left leg out. And now, if you just want to do the left leg this time, if you think that you're going to want to do both legs, and you can feel free. Boom, boom. Hitting alternating, but it's up to you. I'm going to stick with just my left. Heels coming in, back out. Heels coming in, back out. Almost there. Almost there. Last 3, 2, woo, and 1. Okay, so toes are back in, right side only. My right foot's loaded up, facing away from that anchor point once again. All right, you guys, so I'm going to extend that right leg out. Left foot's going to come up in 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Floating that left foot up. Squeezing those glutes here. Pushing in for that foot cradle. And if you need to, drop that right foot. If you need to, coming up, driving that left knee in, sending it out. Left knee can come in, send it out. Again, up to you. We're here for 5 more seconds. Are you still looking good in your plank? 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we're back on our feet here. Back on our feet for that squat to press with your kettlebell. So let's get the weight at the chest. Arms are nice and tight through the whole set. 3, 2, 1. Sit into that squat. Press up overhead. Back down. I want you to reach for the ceiling, reach for the sky as you press that weight overhead. Squat. Chest up. Right, don't let that chest collapse down here. Chest should be tall. Shoulders in your back pockets overhead. Back down. Squat. Press. Again, being deliberate with each phase of our movement. There should be no bouncing left and right. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so you're back to either doing your deadlifts, down, and standing nice and tall at the top, or you're adding in that swing. In 3, 2, 1. Hike the bell, snap the hip. Push the bell, snap the hip. Push the bell, snap the hip. Again, my hips are doing all the work. My arms are coming along for the ride, and I'm kind of pushing the kettlebell between my legs. Once again, to load. We're going to come to that swinging stop in 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, 2 rounds left. We're back to that single leg plank, left foot, left foot. So here we go. Plank position, right foot's on the ground, coming up in 3, shoulders down and back, 2, squeeze the glutes, and take that right foot off the ground. And again, maybe you can only take it off for 1 or 2 seconds. Put it down, lift it up, put it back down. That's okay. You want to build up your strength in this position. And again, if you want to add knee drives, maybe you want to add crunches, whatever you got. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, toes out, heels in. We're back for that hamstring runner. Now last time, I offered up just doing the left side the whole time. So if you just did the left side the whole time, I want you to just do the right side the whole time on this set. If you alternated, you're back to alternating. Here we go. Hips are up, right leg in, right leg out. And if you alternated on the last set, go back there. If you just did the left on the last set, go just for the right side. Whew, going it in. But we're making sure we're not seesawing, right? Those feet should not be going up and down here. Should be nice and stable, even pressure, pulling in, alternating each side, or just the one side if that's what you were working on. 3, 2, woo, and 1. Okay, we're back to that single leg plank on the right foot this time. Right foot. Here we go. Left foot's extended out. 3, 2, 1. Abs tight, shoulders in the back pockets. We're lifting that left foot. Remember, drop it if you need it. Pick it up when you got it. Try to keep pressing that earth away from you. Keep flexing your toes in, pushing energy through your heel. And we're breathing, right? If we're not breathing, holding your breath definitely does not work here. 3, 2, 1, woo, and break. Okay, we're back on our feet. Squat to press. Now, if you need to slow your tempo down, slow it down. Try not to cut the press out just yet. Right, if you need to go lighter weight, go lighter weight. But just slow the tempo down. But here we go. Sitting into the squat, abs are tight. Pressing up overhead. Again, notice my tempo. I'm taking little pauses before I start my next movement. Right, there's a good strategy if you need to. But if you're feeling up to it, and you just want to cruise through, cruise through. But make sure you're really squeezing those abs at the top. Shouldn't see those ribs sticking out anywhere. Last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Woo! All right, you're back to the deadlifts or the kettlebell swings. If you want to advance it and go in to a single arm swing or a single arm deadlift, you can also do that. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go single arm swing here. I'm gonna go 15 seconds on each side. If you want to follow along, follow along. We're gonna switch on your next swing. So switching arms. Again, still using my same form. Pushing the bow behind me. I've got this opposite arm as a driver here. Small rotation to the upper back. Trying to keep the hips square. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're back to that single leg plank. Left foot. Believe this is your last time. Just in case it's not, be mentally prepared for another set. But here we go. Plank position. Wrists under the shoulders. 3, 2, lift that right foot. Are your shoulders square to the ground? Are your hips square to the ground? Right, try not to cross this back foot. I know we like to do that sometimes, but can you just keep it floating? Can you keep it free? This will give you a little bit easier time though if you need it. If you can, holding it out of there. Last 4 seconds. Abs tight. 3, 2, and 1. Toes out on your back, hamstring runner. So we're going back to alternating. One leg's gonna work at a time. Right leg goes in and out. Left leg goes in and out. If you want to go same time, that's going to make it a little bit tougher. All right, here we go. TRX hamstring runners, one leg at a time, or you can alternate both legs at the same time. And as always, if the arms come up, going to be a little bit tougher. Arms come down, got a little more of an assistance in your stability. Last 10 seconds. Again, working through this movement. Trying to stay under tension here. Drop the butt if you need to. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, right foot in, single leg plank. Right foot in, flipping over, facing away from the anchor point. Here we go. In 3, in 2, wrists under the shoulders, heel against the handle, and let's lift that left foot. Shoulders out of the ears. Glutes, are they squeezed? Are your hips and shoulders square to the ground? Right, try not to turn to one side. Drop that right foot, or that left foot, excuse me, if you need to. Pick it up when you got it. Still got 10 seconds left. Glutes are tight here. Glutes are tight here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back on our feet, squat to press. Back on our feet, squat to press. Kettlebells back at the chest. Again, pause between reps if you need to, but if you can bring that flow with you, I want to see it. Here we go. Abs tight, squat, pressing overhead, back down, squat, press overhead. Again, big exhales as I split the floor. Right, I'm thinking about ripping the floor in half, as if I can open up a hole between my feet, keeping those hips engaged. Last 3, last 2, woo, last 1. All right, back to that deadlift or that swing. Again, you can go 2 hands, 1 hand, you can switch every time, depends on how well versed you are at kettlebell work. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. You've got a 1-arm swing, you've got 2-arm swing, you can alternate each time. But make sure you're driving through those hips, driving through those hips. Switch hands if you're just doing 1 arm at a time. Switch those hands. Last 10 seconds.
Last 4. Last 3. 2. Swing, stop. And 1. Woo! All right. You've earned that towel and that water break one more time. And then we've got one final strength finisher for you. So for the finisher, leave your straps at mid-calf. Keep your kettlebell close by so you can grab it from a bottom position. So here's how this round's gonna go. You've got TRX side planks. You're gonna give me 5 hip taps on each side per set. So for 4 minutes, side plank, boom, lock it in. Drop, lift, 5 hip taps, and then you're gonna rotate to the other side and give me 5 hip taps here. After that, you're on your back. Okay, with your kettlebell, you're gonna have your hips up in the air, and you're gonna give me 10 kettlebell pullovers. And then finally, you're gonna finish by getting your toes in, and you're gonna give me 12 atomic push-ups. 12 atomic push-ups. Boom, to right here, all right? That's your finisher. Now I want you to make sure that you keep things under control. Only go as fast as you can keep your form. So here we go, let's get those feet in. You're on your left side to start. We've got TRX side planks with 5 hip drops on each side. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. 4 minutes here. 5 hip taps, making sure you're establishing your plank at the top of each movement. That's 4, and that's 5. I'm gonna switch sides. I'm gonna do 5 on this side. 5 hip taps. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, my toes come out. I'm on my back. I got my kettlebell. My hips are up in the air. My kettlebell is straight up over my chest. Elbows are straight. I've got 10 pullovers here. My glutes are squeezed. I'm driving my feet into the floor, and I'm squeezing my back as I'm pulling the kettlebell back over my chest. 7, 8, 9, and that's 10 for me. All right, the kettlebell's gonna come off to the side. My toes are going back in. TRX atomic push-ups for 12 reps. Here we go. Wrists under my shoulders, heels are against my handles. Push up, crunch. That's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's 12. Woo! All right, I'm back to my side planks with those 5 hip taps on each side. Down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. Switching sides. Woo! Hopefully you're chasing that plank at home. And if you need to, your top hand can always be on the ground, giving you some support. 3, 4, and that's 5 for me. Now, if you wanted to put your heels in the straps for that hip press and that pullover, who am I to tell you no? Right? Who am I to tell you no? Maybe you want to keep those hips up. Get 10 reps. 1, abs are tight. 2, belly button's pulled in. 3, 4, 5, 6. Driving those hips up, pulling those knees in. 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, doggy. Working hard here. Getting the toes in. We're back to those atomic push-ups for 12 reps. Now you've only got about a minute left. Look at that, time flies when we're having fun here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as always, maybe you need to drop the knees down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You still seconds. Still got 30 seconds, so if you're still working at home, keep pushing it. I think I've got just enough time left for another set of these side dips. 3, 4, 5. You got 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Woo! Working hard here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 more seconds at home. Hold it out. Maybe you just want to hold the plank. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! And 1. Ladies and gentlemen, way to push through that final 4 minutes on that strength set. I know you worked hard at home because I'm working hard here. And it's hard to just sit back and snack on ice cream when someone's working hard. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you're taking a sip of water. I want to do that here soon, but before we do all that, I want to get you guys through your reload. So take your suspension trainer back to mid-length. Whew. Grab your straps. Let's walk back to face the anchor point here. We'll get the cool down finished, and then we'll send you guys off on the rest of your Friday night. So arms are going to extend out in front of your chest. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Then I want you to hinge your hips back, reaching your hips towards the ground or the wall behind you. Head goes right between the shoulders, breathing it in. Breathing out. Breathing in. As you exhale, turn your chest to the left, straightening your left knee, looking underneath your left shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out. Again, breathe it in. Breathe it out. Let's rotate the chest to the right, straighten the right knee, look underneath the right shoulder, going back to that breathing. Big exhale. Inhale. Rotate back to center, round the spine up. Let's get into some figure 4 squat stretches. Right leg will be centered, left leg is going to cross over that right knee, and we'll sit into a figure 4 squat stretch. Now, for today's workout, hopefully you felt a good balance of upper and lower body. I try to push your single leg or your single side strength today by doing split flies, those single lunges, those single leg squats, the lunges. Go ahead and add a full forward if you would like to on this one. So hopefully you enjoyed that left to right kind of deal, and then putting some movements together in the middle there to make sure that we weren't just all single-sided. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Speaking of which, left foot centers, right foot crosses, and we'll sit in that figure 4. So your core definitely got challenged throughout the entire workout, especially when we're doing those single-sided things, because as you know, if only one side of the body's working, the other side of the body has to resist movement on that side. Go ahead and add that fold. So lots of core work in today. Hopefully that core feels good over the weekend. Hopefully you can do a little recovery session. But if you're feeling good, you know we're coming back over the weekend with some good workouts for you. Go ahead and sink those hips back. Let's go ahead and face away from the anchor point now. A little chest stretch. Arms are going to extend out in front, arms to the side. Big deep breath in. Exhale, lean your chest forward. Big breath in. Exhale, lean your chest forward. Arms come up over the head real quick. Right foot forward, left foot back. Now bring both arms behind you. Rotate your palms up to face the ceiling and allow your chest to sink forward towards that front leg. Now if you would like a bigger stretch in your shoulders or in your torso, you can step both feet back and allow the hips to sink here. In this position, I do like to rotate my palms up and down, even if the foot's forward. You can do that here for 5, 4, 3. Let's all put our right foot forward. So make sure your right foot's in front of you. Drop your left knee, lift your chest up. Let's take your left arm, reach it over to the right, and look over your right shoulder. Hopefully you're tucking your left hip. If not, let's tuck the left hip, sink forward into that left hip flexor until you feel a stretch there. Now squeeze that glute, holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're just going to switch. Right arm down, right arm up, right knee down, left arm forward, left arm goes back. Looking over your left shoulder here, tucking and sinking into that right hip flexor. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, Squeeze that right glute. Hold that glute squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stand it up. Drop those straps. You guys are all done. Thank you so much for coming, working out with me, spending time on your Friday evening, or wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this. And as always, let us know what you think. Leave us some comments below. Happy to give you guys more of what you want. And as always, check back with us again here at TRX Live. We can't wait to see you next time.